Welcome to my kitchen again. Tonight I am doing some meal prepping. My fiance got called out to a structure fire, so here I am, and I was like, what better way to enjoy my Saturday night than cooking? So I decided to actually make the spaghetti squash lasagna, which was like one of our favorites right off the bat. We actually had some spaghetti squash pasta tonight with Alfredo, which was amazing. I'm very much into using leftovers, so I actually had from the fajita chicken that I made the other night. I actually used that in my pasta with the spaghetti squash, and it was amazing. But anyways, back to what I'm doing. I am just browning some turkey here with my garlic. We're actually to the point where it's time to put in the diced tomatoes. I have the diced tomatoes, the no salt added, low sodium, no sugar. And I'm just gonna dump those in here. Stir those up. Then I'm going to add my oregano. Onion powder. And my basil. One moment. Got it over here from when I was doing prepping the cottage cheese. So that in there. Mix this all up and cook it just a little bit longer. You're basically just kind of simmering the diced tomatoes, getting that saucy flavor. I don't keep them in here too long just because I am going to be putting it in the oven for a little bit to bake. So usually it's just good to get them heated up real quick, and then you can use this as your mixture. This is like one of the easiest things to make. It's kind of like, well, I mean, it takes a lot to do it, but it's not like a long time to put it all together. And this happens to be like one of my absolute favorites from when we first tried it. And it's so much better the next day. I don't know if anybody else has tried it, but like it is so much better the next day. So that's why I'm kind of getting it baked up now so that we can eat it tomorrow. I have some hamburger soup still in there too that we can munch on, but it's giving us a couple options, especially for if we want to do lunch instead of dinner, that kind of thing. Okay, so this should be done. I'm just going to turn this off. I'm going to bring you over with me here. Let's go. Don't mind my kitchen, it might be messy. Alright, let me just grab something to stick this on real quick. Perfect. And I already have my spaghetti squash already made. It's already ready to go to be layered. And same with the cottage cheese. I know that the recipe does call for cottage cheese and ricotta, but I choose just to use cottage cheese. So all of the seasonings are in there. The pepper flakes, the oregano, and all that good stuff is already in there already. So this is kind of just a quick put together, showing you how I do it. We got our spaghetti squash. I'll grab a fork here and just start creating the bottom layer here. Easy peasy. Scoop this over a little bit so you can see it. And I'll just scoop on some meat and tomato mixture. And some cottage cheese mixture. Just spread that around here. And then repeat like normal lasagna. Then again, who really knows what normal lasagna is? let me just say, lasagna noodle lasagna. That's what I'm speaking of here. But this is my new normal. Okay, again, more meat. I'll probably put a little bit more in this one because we have quite a bit of meat left. I usually always end up doing that when I'm doing the layers. I'm like, wait a minute. Probably should have put more on there. So we'll do a thicker layer on there. Some more cottage cheese. Let's do a smaller layer because I want to have some for the top. I don't need a whole lot. I don't like to put like a whole normal layer that I would in here, but just kind of something to cover everything and contain it like I normally would with lasagna noodles. Okay, so use up the rest of the meat here. Get that all layered out. Okay, and the remainder of the cottage cheese. I mean, as you can see, once you have all the ingredients prepped, like the spaghetti squash, the meat, the cottage cheese, it's pretty simple and easy to put together. Okay. And lastly, the spaghetti squash. Let's get that even out here. And then we are going to be putting 1 cup of white mozzarella cheese on there. If I remember correctly, yes, so it's about half of the bag usually. Most of the time you'll see it right on the front of the cheese. It will say, you know, like it contains 2 cups, so that makes it easy. This is a little bit of a bigger bag, so I'm not gonna do as much as I normally would. But there you have it. Simple, easy, all put together, layered, and ready to go in the oven. And since most of this is already cooked, you don't need to put it in the oven long. It's basically just to melt the cheese. It does say to broil, but usually I just put it in at 400, just regular oven, for about 15-20 minutes just to cook it all together. Then I'll let it sit and put it in the refrigerator until tomorrow. So, bon appetit.